It's about time to do a video. Happy New Year. I don't know if I've posted a video since the new year. But yeah, I just kind of want to give you guys an update. Okay, I know, I don't want no more kisses. Thank you. Can you sit? So I just wanted to give you guys like an update on a lot of stuff. I've lately been really busy with work, so I haven't really had the chance to even do videos. And then also we've had so much rain where with the rain I just feel like so depressed, and it was way too dark in the van to be able to do any videos, and I didn't really have any pet sit, so I didn't really get the chance to do any videos. Hey, can we sit? I have this chapstick that I just put on, and there's something in the chapstick where it just makes Spike like want to make out with me. And it's like the best chapstick ever. So I use it, but then it's also like, what does he want to do? Just make out with me. It's so funny. Anyways, so I got my list like always. I'll try not to make this video too long because I do have to get going to work to another client's house. So, yeah, this is going to be an update. Sorry I'm all over the place today. I'm like, I gotta get this done. I don't care what I gotta do. I don't know how much of this in the shot you can see, but I'm sitting on my new couch. Yay! My new mini couch. I will do a video about that. So, down my list, the RTR, the Rubber Tramp Rendezvous. I am still crying on the inside that I did not get to go. And I'm so mad because I never get to go anywhere. Like, I don't even get to do day trips, like even to Santa Cruz, which is an hour away from where I live. Like, it fucking sucks. It just always work or something always comes up, you know, and then I'm here all the time, just work, and then my own personal little stuff, and it's just like so sad and depressing. Anyways, I didn't get to go for a couple different reasons. I wanted to try and make sure everything was totally mechanically sound on the van. And in fact, I had to take it back several times because it was like, oh, now the door doesn't lock right. I don't want that braking on the road. And now they had to do this and they had to do that. So a few things I had to have done and I wanted squared away. And every time I had to take the van in, it was like in the shop for like half the day. Because it just takes a while and for them to get the part. And where I go, they're always like busy, but they're totally worth it. Because they always give me a good discount and the guy knows his shit. So I'm like, okay. So I had problems with the door lock, and I don't know if it's just because of all the rain, or it felt like maybe one of the mechanics shoved the wrong key in there or turned it the wrong way, because all my locks in the van all turn to the right, except the driver's side. Actually, that door lock turns to the left, oddly. And then I had problems with my defrosters. So they bought a part, and it didn't fit. It was the wrong part. So they had to order the next part, and then I bring it back in for them to put it in, and they had to like pull out all of the dash twice. Then when they had pulled out all of the dash, my button for the blowers in the back, because I kind of have central heat and air conditioning basically, so the blowers in the back didn't work because I was turning a corner and all of a sudden the knob pops out. I was like, oh, okay, so I'll just put the knob back. No, I couldn't do that because like, here's your knob. When you're looking at it, there's that stick behind it to hold the knob on, and it just fell behind inside the dash somewhere. So I had to take it back for them to pull apart the dash, and then they're like, yeah, the whole module thing's like broken basically, and it's not gonna work. It wasn't just that part in the back. Everything was all broken. I was like, fuck, now what? How much? And so they were able to fix that. And then I said, well, while you got the dash off, I have two cigarette lighter, plugs. And I said, the bottom one has never worked. And I think that's more for when you want to run something back here. You know, that's the driver's part. This is the back of the van. And when you want to do that without having to turn the van on, anyways, that's never worked. So it'd be nice to have the two cigarette lighter adapters, especially if the main one ever burns out. In case I never have normal power, I need to at least charge my cell phone, and that's mainly what I use a cigarette lighter for, and also for my GPS when I do use it. And so they're like, yeah, it's really expensive to replace all of that. We don't know what the problem is. Oh, it looked like the wire for the bottom cigarette lighter adapter, it looked like the wire had burned out, fried kind of thing. I'm so sorry I'm talking so fast today right now. And so the wire fried out. So they said, well, why don't we just, because my 2 cigarette lighter adapters are like here, and there's a knob in the middle, right, for the blowers in the back. So they just kind of like put the 2 wires together somehow. The positive is positive, negative. So, you know, they're like, just don't overload it, which I don't, you know, because it's just my GPS and just my cell phone that I would plug into there. So that's cool, because now I got 2 cigarette lighters plugs that actually work. Yay! So it is cool. I could run the GPS and my cell phone to charge that at the same time. My cell phone's really old, so that's also why I haven't really been replying back to you guys' comments like as fast as I normally do. My phone is so old and bogged down. I'm just kind of waiting to get a new one. It's just money, you know. The new one's like the Galaxy S7's like $650. I'm just like, I don't really want to pay that. And I know the new one comes out in a few months, the S8 or whatever. But I don't want to pay that either, so I don't know. I'm just kind of like, hey, can we stop making out with me? Can we? Can I do this? I need to do this video. You're not helping. No, you're not. No, I don't need your tongue. Stop licking. Okay. Yeah, so all those things. Oh, and then I got the battery isolator done. Oh my god, what a difference. Okay. We need to go sit down then if we're going to make out with me. No, go play. So I did get the battery isolator done. Oh my gosh, I wish I'd done that like a long time ago. I've had this van about a year and a half, and I wish I'd done it a long time ago. And I will do a video on the battery isolator I got, how they wired everything. My friend and I did try to sit for a whole day to try to figure out how to do it. There's 2 types. There's the... there's one like with the solenoid, and then there's the other kind, oh my god, with the diode. So if you ever have to do it, don't do the diode kind, do the kind with the solenoid, because it'll charge both batteries. Like, I have an AGM battery, and I have, you know, your normal car battery. So I will go more into detail in another video with that, and the pros and the cons, and anyways, loved it. Awesome. So I can now run my mini fridge with the freezer, and I never have to actually turn off my charge controller or the inverter. I've had it installed, the battery isolator, about, maybe it's almost been 2 weeks now, week and a half, and I've just pretty much kept it on the whole time, and for a week of that, almost a week and a half, we've had like continuous rain, so we've had no sun here. And I do have a solar panel, maybe it's 100 watt or something like that. But, and I didn't want to buy more batteries, because if one battery I have can't even charge, because if we have days and days and days of no sun, you know. So anyways, the battery isolator has worked awesome. It's been nice to always have power. And I think because of my job, because I'm always driving around, you know, so it's like I could be in one place for a couple hours and then go drive around for maybe 10-15 minutes, and then it powers up that battery, and then, you know, be somewhere for a few hours. So it actually works out really good, and it actually charges up a lot quicker. On my solar setup, I only have my mini fridge freezer, which I pretty much have had plugged in the whole time. I plug in my tablet, and I plug in maybe a battery-powered mini vacuum thing. You know, I don't run it. It just has its own battery pack, so I plug that in every once in a while when it needs to be charged. Camera battery and my cell phone, and like that's pretty much all that I need to run off of it. My kitchen appliances do run on propane, and my little mini heater runs on propane, so there's no power consumption there. So it's my 1100 watt inverter that came with my bus that I've transferred to my van has actually worked out like really well. Like, I get by perfectly fine with it. I'm still, yeah, upset I didn't get to go to the RTR. The day last week on Wednesday or Thursday when I was about to leave, I was ready to leave Wednesday. I mean, I wasn't quite ready to leave. Part of me was scared and nervous because that is such a long way. It was going to be an 8.5 hour drive. But then we had the storms come into Central California and Southern California. And the route I had to take from the Bay Area to the RTR, it's like, was going to be storming for hours, and I kept looking how long it's going to take, and it was like 9 hours, 10 hours. I'm like, fuck, I don't want to spend the first 5 hours of my trip just stuck in fucking storms, you know. And it was going to be like that, like the whole way there pretty much. And I'm just like, oh my gosh, like, I don't really want to do that. So I kind of didn't get to go because of that. And then also my friend, he had borrowed some money from me, which I was fine. He needed to pay his bills, and I knew he couldn't I knew I knew he wasn't going to be able to pay me back. And I said, hey, I got some work here and there. I need this done, that done. You want to do it for me? And just work off the money I loaned you. So he did paint. Can we sit down, please? So he did paint my countertops that I got, and I'll show you guys a video for that. But that took way longer, and it wasn't just like the wood we bought was wrong. Like everything just could have gone wrong. And he's such a perfectionist, which I love, but it took forever just to do 2 small countertops. But it's like everything in the man has to be so customized. And you always run into problems, and everything always takes so much longer, you know? So, anyways, and because I didn't get the countertops done, I couldn't put the sink in, and then I didn't have running water because I didn't have a sink. So it was just like this thing, and that thing, and this thing, and it's just so freaking frustrating, and I was so upset, and I can still cry about it, pretty much. I'm just hoping, I gotta find out if there's any other events close by similar to that, or, you know, I gotta get out of here. I gotta go travel. Fuck. So, a couple other updates. Oh, and I would have loved to meet, there's so many people I would have wanted to have loved to have met, you know, at the RTR that went. Like, I see all these videos everybody did, and I'm like, oh, so-and-so was there, and so-and-so was there. Oh my gosh, like, you know, because a lot of them don't come to my neck of the woods, so that would have been so awesome to have met all of them. Because, you know, I've been watching a lot of them for such a long time, or just to be like, oh my gosh, or we've commented back and forth, you know. So it's just like, you are so lucky today. So other updates, oh, and then also I didn't get to go to the RTR because I had to wait till like Wednesday or Thursday for my money because of the whole Martin Luther King Jr. holiday thing, so my money didn't go through the bank till like Wednesday, and I'm like, I wanted to make sure that money went through so I'd have money for on the trip in case anything went wrong, you know. Anyways, I got a new sleeping bag. It has totally helped. It's one of those down to 20 degree ones. I will do a video on that and review that and all that. Let's see. Oh, and with the battery isolator, it took 2.5 hours for them to install it. It was $555. I will do another video on that, about the battery isolator and all that. What's else? A lot of this I already did. Cool. I wrote these notes like a week ago, pretty much, so now I finally get to do the video. Oh, and I got those inner door panels off the side doors, and now I've been using that storage for shoes and some of Spike stuff, so now I will do a video on the pulling off the back panels. The panels off the inside of the back doors, so that way you guys can see how that's done, because I have a passenger van, so getting the panels off were actually like a lot harder than you would have thought. And so I'll show you guys how to do that, because I never found any videos on it, but thankfully the guy at the shop had the right tool and kind of was like, oh, you gotta do this, this, and this, so I will do a video on that to show you guys in case you ever run into that problem. It's awesome. My kitchen is getting way more functional, a lot more organized. Like, I can use it now, you know, especially with countertops now. I only have a few van projects left, and then I think I could say I'm done. You know, to me, it's always a work in progress. I just have the curtains to do. I have to put in my LED lights that I have. Take off those back door panels, and maybe, and anchor down my fridge. And I think that is, I have to caulk around the sink. And just kind of hook up the water system. I mean, I have all the stuff, I just gotta do it. So I think that would be it. And then, but I kind of want to get a little new rug right here. Anyways, yeah, so that's pretty crazy to be like almost done, you know, and it just isn't done because we have so much rain. And it was just dark, so you couldn't do anything. Oh, and I got new wiper blades, too. Oh my gosh, what a difference. We had so much rain, and getting new wiper blades is one of those things you never think you need new wiper blades till you actually get them, and then you're like, oh my god, what a freaking difference. And the new ones are like more slimline, and I'm like, wow, those other ones look pretty old. Like, they weren't too bad, but it was like, oh, that's what a difference. And I got the Rain X brand, and for my van, a 2001 Dodge Ram van, 2500 V8, blah blah blah. The wiper blades were 19 inches, so if you guys have a similar van, that's what it was for mine, were the 19-inch ones. And I don't remember what they costed, maybe together, well, maybe they only costed me $30, I think, because my mechanic gives me a deal and he didn't charge me installation or anything, because he loves me, because I pay his rent. I give him lots of money, like, every month, every other month. Anyways, oh, and then also, for the new year, I got, oops, sorry baby, I got this new journal. It's blank, but I'm going to be writing in it. I thought it would be cool to, I'm not really a journal writer. I write fucking notes on papers and notepads, like, all over the freaking place. Like, I'm always writing shit down just because I have my short-term memory isn't always the best. I'm always making lists, always writing things down. And I was like, you know, one day if something happens to me, my family, I mean, I'm not close to my family, but maybe even other important people in my life, you know, will need answers to something. Maybe I went disappearing. I don't know. Maybe they'll need answers, and, you know, to at least look back on it, you know, or maybe my niece will want to read it and then be like, oh, that was my auntie's life or something, you know. I have, like, you know, I don't really have any family or anything, but I think even me, when I get really old one day, it'll be kind of cool to open up this book, you know, and be like, oh my gosh, wow, I really lived life. I did accomplish my goals and things, because I think when you're in the moment, you never really realize how much you really do, you know. So it's nice to look back. It'll be nice to look back on things. And I think once I'm done with the book, you know, maybe this book will only last me maybe 2 months or something, so I'll have to keep buying books. And I can do drawings and things too. But I think, and when I do, let's say I go to the movies, I could put in the movie ticket, little mementos too. When I travel, whatever, cool things like that. You know, I could put pictures, all kinds of stuff. I think too, it'd be great. Oh, also, once I'm done with one of these books, I will probably at random pick a random page and probably read it to you guys. So you can get more of a private, what goes on up here and things I've experienced that I don't always want to share in a whole video, you know, or story time kind of thing. So I think once in a blue moon, it'll be kind of cool to pick a random page and read to you guys what I've written, you know. So I think that'd be kind of scary, interesting, therapeutic, you know. So I got this. And then I've noticed, I mean, maybe it's just me, maybe this has always been popular, trendy, but I feel like this year, like, organizers have gotten, like, really popular. Maybe it's just me noticing it now, but anyways, I still always use my phone. I always have for years. But it's also like with how much I put in my phone, it's like it gets so full. So I'm like, why don't I get an organizer? So I will do a review on this organizer if you guys are all into that kind of stuff. And I've only done a few things because this is just January. But this is a really cool organizer. I'll do a review on it. But it's nice because you can put like goals and things too, to help remind you to stay on track, and then you can look back and be like, oh my gosh, look at all the goals I accomplished, and look at the stuff that I got done, which really helps me focus. Like, I do everything on my phone usually, but I visually have a hard time, so I think doing it on paper is more like right here in front of you, you know. And this is a pretty good chunky thing with my pens, and, you know, so yeah, that's that. And then I have a drawing book, and I'm gonna one of these days start the 30-day challenge. So every day do a drawing, you know, because there's like a whole checklist, like draw yourself, draw your favorite superhero, draw, you know, just challenging you. And I think that would be great because I've really gotten away from my whole artistic side, like I've done in other ways. So I think that's awesome, and so I'll share that stuff with you guys too, and be like, look what I drew today for my challenge, you know. I got this mini couch. I will show you guys all about it. It's worked out really well. It's pretty cool. Yeah, we had so much rain for like 2 weeks straight in storms, and I am so affected by the rain. Probably why I'm really hyper today too, because it's sunny, you know. And when it rains so much, all I want to do is draw, read, write, and watch YouTube. So it's kind of nice. We've had some good weather now, finally. Oh, and remember in one of my other videos when I did the jet boil coffee? Well, I think the coffee I had when I did that video, I don't think that coffee was that fresh. And I didn't realize it till later on. I was like, wait a minute, that one client who went to Kauai, when did they go to Kauai last? Because they brought that back to me. And I think it was like summer-ish time. And I was like, yeah, I think that coffee's like old now. You know, and everything in the van gets older quicker because of the temperature change. You know, it's not like climate controlled like in a house where it always stays about the same temperature. It gets hot during the day, cold at night, moisture, all those kinds of things. So yeah, I threw that coffee out. I got new Dunkin' Donuts coffee, and yeah, it totally made a difference. I mean, I like Dunkin' Donuts coffee better anyways than the coffee I had for that video, but it was a coffee I had lying around, someone gave it to me, so I was like, cool, you know. But anyways, yeah, what a difference. Oh, okay, I think this is going to be... Okay, so this is going to be the last thing, because then I gotta go. I'm getting late now. And I got my first shout out. It's so sweet. The shout out I got was from Minimalist Moto Life. Like Minimalist Moto, M-O-T-O Life. Go check his channel out. I'm sorry I don't know how to link it down below because I probably don't have time to do that right now, and I'm still kind of new to some of that stuff, you know what I mean? But go check out his channel. He has a cute little Malamute puppy named Shuka. I hope I said that right. And I love Malamutes and Huskies, and especially Huskies, you know, and Pomeranians. But yeah, go check out his channel, and it's pretty cool, you know. And he has it pretty rough, you know. There's times he does tent camping, so go follow his adventures with that. And so I gotta return the favor if he's, you know, giving me a shout out. So this is my shout out to him, you know, thank you. And let's see. Yeah, I think that's everything for this list. I will hopefully tomorrow or the next few days be able to do all the little videos of my battery isolator, my fridge, my kitchen, my countertops, the sink system, like all those kind of things, hopefully, because now that it's going to be sunny and the sun will be out and my schedule should be a little bit more open. Thank you guys so much for watching and for always being patient with me. I feel bad I'm not like all those other YouTubers that, you know, can do 5 videos a day because they don't have a job, you know what I mean? And they can reply to all these comments because they have a laptop and they have nothing else better to do, you know? I'm sorry. Like, thank you guys for being patient with me all the time. And, yeah, my work schedule is crazy, and then I suffer, you know, with the Asperger's stuff. I suffer with depression a lot and some other stuff, you know. I'm either really good and can deal with everything, or I'm kind of like, no, I want to just hide under a rock and, you know, forget the world, you know, for a while. So, but yeah, I'm gotta get going now. So you guys, everybody take care. I love you all, and thank you for all the comments. I will try to keep, yeah, I don't know what I was gonna say. Alright, bye you guys.